Yo, it's your boy Ado. I'm going to be showing you how you can get team of the season so far, Moments Boga, the most quick and efficient way. I'll be doing a quick player review for him at the end of the video as well. If this video does help you, then be sure to like and subscribe if you want to help support my channel so I can make more of these videos for you. Okay, so I do suggest if you do want to do it in the most quick and efficient way, as opposed to doing it against the computer, which is probably the easiest way depending on how good you are, then I'd suggest combining the Chelsea kid one with the Sassuolo success. The reason for this is there is a 3-star skill move requirement on this one, and then with the first one there's a 3-star skill moves and 3-star weak foot requirement on that. So yeah, obviously you can combine as many as you want, but these two probably make the most sense depending on how good you are. Okay, so the first one, assist in 4 separate squad battle games on world class or rivals using max 3-star skill moves and weak foot. So I'll be showing you some players here which combines with this one, which requires a Serie A midfielder with minimum 3-star skill moves. So if I just show you the screen, we've got Serie A here. I've done a max cap of 40k just so that's the cheapest players, 3-star and 3-star, so you can do them both in one. As the other objective does say, it does say midfielders, meaning a player that has got like a left mid or right mid card, or like a centre mid, and then if you want you can switch them in game or even start them off chem. Someone like Gervinho, if you did do him, someone like obviously a striker, if you're looking to do it on its own, then you can do it with anyone that's a sort of forward or whatever. So you can consider someone like Ramsey, Nainggolan. A lot of these are SBCs from before or objectives, but Callahan is not, and he's quite cheap. So these are sort of some of the cheap alternative players. Obviously there are more, there's loads of pages. We've got quite a few that you can choose from. So that's the sort of the first objectives, and if we focus our attention back on this, the second one, scoring goal outside of the box in 2 separate squad rival games or rivals again. Obviously you can also do this one in conjunction with the others. It does depend how good you are at the game or how much you do want to sweat it really. I know I'm in Div 1 and rivals, so I don't really enjoy it. So that one just self-explanatory really, any player, there's no cap on that one. The last one, Ivorian Incision, so score and assist in 6 separate squad battles games on minimum world class using Ivorian players or rivals. So if I just show you the list of some players that I've loaded up again, we've got Ivory Coast players, and I've done a max cap of 20k, just so that you don't have to buy players for a lot of coins unless you do. Obviously there's going to be some more sort of expensive players that might make it easier for you, but a lot of these are still good enough. We've got Nicolas Pepe, Wilfried Zaha. I don't know if anyone's done the objective, Gabimon, the footless one. We've obviously got other versions of Zaha as well. We've got Gradle, who's a cheap player as well. We've got Aurier, we've got the gold Gabimon. We've got Kessie, who's also a centre mid for AC Milan. There's quite a lot of players. We've got Gervinho's normal versions as well. But yeah, if you do want to remove the price cap, then obviously you can get other players as well. But I hope that does make it easier for you. And now I'll just be doing a quick player review to summarize these sort of stats. Obviously in-game players are different, but stats are a huge basis of how players actually perform. Okay, so I've just loaded up his concept player, Boga, left mid. So we're going to look at some of the stats and other things which might be important. I don't know whether you want to use him to put in as an SBC fodder or you actually want to put him in your team, whatever the reason is. So 5'9", that's okay for a winger. High, low, that's pretty good for a winger. Obviously, if you want to run your wingers on comeback on the fence, you'll still help out a bit, but high, low is pretty good. This is high, medium, and high, low is what I'll look for in sort of wingers. 3-star, that's pretty terrible, especially at this stage of the game. He's right-footed, so if you're going to start him on the left and keep him out on the left, he might be able to finesse it depending on his stats. Obviously, Serie A has a lot of good links, especially with the team of the season that's just come out, as well as other players. But the nationality don't, as well as the club, so it'll be quite difficult to strong link him with a lot of players. But look at his stats, he's pretty pacey, very mobile as well when it comes to agility and dribbling. The composure is not great, so when he's one-on-one and he does miss some chances for you, it could be because of that. If there's any defenders around him, that's what the composure stat does. And also with the reactions, a lot of sort of endgame players, even the best players on the game like Gold Messi, have high reactions. And yeah, whenever you do get rebounds and stuff, all of those annoying goals you concede or score is because of the reaction stats. So those two sort of key stats are quite important, which is lacking. Finishing is not great, but you can easily buff that if you're going to put something like a Hawk to give him more pace, more physicality, and also shooting, so that's not an issue. Shot power and long shots are really good. The curve's 92 as well, which is pretty fantastic. Look at his physical stats, 90 strength and 78 aggression is really good for a left mid, but I have to say 78 stamina, especially at this stage of the game, is pretty terrible. But he's sort of, if I was to look at his stats, I see him used as more of a sub or literally SPC fodder. But I don't know, if you're a fan of him or you haven't got the greatest team, then obviously it's a pretty good card because it's team of the season so far. The short passing and vision is not that great, especially at this stage, 82. It's average basically, it's not great. But yeah, that's the sort of quick player stats review, and that's the quickest way, the most efficient way to do the objectives. I hope this video does help you. Like I said, if you want to show some love, don't forget to like and subscribe. It's been your boy. That leaves you one more thing to say. Check me out on Twitch. I'll be doing the rest of my FUT Champs game, currently 5-0. This is my team. Safe.